natural sound.
Absolutely.
Sound? Did you say sound?
Sound? Yeah, we're going to
I can't hear nothing.
I turned you down. I'm using headset test for natural sound. We're on WILE, right? Woo! I was actually hoping you were going to give me a big fat paycheck, but I guess I'll have to wait till the end of the month. Wishful thinking, right? That's not all I need. That's why you and I are together later. If you do play-by-play and we do color, that's what I was saying the other day. I was like, I don't see it.
I do know this. It is more preparation. I didn't have any IEPs this week.
Gotcha.
And
You guys do them all at one time? Or on
no,
the first day?
but it seems like it's kind of just spaced out to where, yeah, not necessarily at the same time. They wanted to do them in the fall one year, so we bumped it in the fall. Now they want to go back to the spring. So,
You ever thought about doing it on the kid's birthday?
I've never done that. No.
I've done that. That spaces them out.
Yeah.
It gives a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
It depends. Then you might have a bunch of birthdays at the same time.
Yeah,
You know, who knows?
7 birthdays
Yeah.
today, right?
That's kind of what I do. I kind of space mine to where all throughout the year. I had 3 due in December. So,
You don't have to do that each year, do you?
no, but we're a part of it in terms of giving input, observations.
Oh, yeah. And you know the kid.
Yeah. That's the one thing I don't like about my job are the IEPs. I love the kids. I love the. You get lost my parents. My parents. Get them in here, they can get in there, and then you gotta get. And I screw it up. I don't want a regular ed teacher. It's not regular ed. Why would
Yeah,
you give me
well, but you gotta have that administrator. He never shows up anyway.
Right. That's our thing. I said, hey, I'll just teach her that they're not together anyway. I'm crap. I'm like, you just walk in and say hi.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then me and you can talk.
So you still do that redundancy with the invitation. I'm going to send you an invitation to extend an invitation.
You know what I do? I call or text.
Are you going to send me that?
Yeah.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I just text you. Here. Hey, can you be here? No. Can I
Yeah.
call you? Yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what day. I hate that.
Again, that's what I was doing stuff with a minute ago. Time out. Time out. You got a time out?
And if it weren't for the IP, I'd have a great.
These little darn kids, guys.
I like kids. I do. I like kids.
Just gonna give it up.
Remember that cheerleaders say rock the hall instead of 50-50 tickets for raising money for testifying in high school. Please make your way out there and support that cause.
He was good.
Yeah.
AVC Sports presents high school basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Patriots Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Doan Ford, WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, and Valentine Insurance.
Hi again, everybody. Welcome to basketball. Just seems like football ended a moment or so ago, but we were on the hoops end. Howard Twiggs, Mike Snively, glad to be a part of your evening. Hope you are someplace dry, warm, and ready for what we think will be a good game. Tonight, the homestanding Meadowbrook Colts, 0-1 on the season. Losers to New Lex, 59-21 in their opener, and they will take on these West Holmes Knights, also 0-1 on the season. Losers to Riverview, 56-52. And, you know, Mike, as you think about an early season game, and again, so early it's hard to really tell, but this is a critical game for two programs wanting to take a leap. I mean, one of these guys is going to be 1-1. The other is going to be 0-2 and looking for some answers.
I agree with you, Howard. I think both of these coaches are looking at this game as, you know, both of these teams struggled last season, and they know they're going to struggle. You know, it's going to be it's a rebuilding season possibly again for both teams this year. But both teams look at this game as a possible win situation. So, you know, I saw the score with Meadowbrook at New Lexington. Meadowbrook really struggled controlling the ball, had some of the same issues they had last year, and then Riverview beats West Holmes this past Friday, and that's a game Coach Jarrett had to look at and say, well, you know, Riverview, that's a team we competed with last year, and they just beat West Holmes, so that's what he's got to be thinking as well.
When you think about that New Lex game, of course, on the road for the Colts, only 3 guys scored, and I think perhaps that's part of the youth movement here with the Colts. I mean, you know yourself, Mike, you're a coach. You don't understand really what's going on until you've been in a system 2, 3, even 4 years, understanding what it takes. And I think with the Colts, they're so young.
Very young.
Expect mostly freshmen and sophomores to play.
Yeah, we're going to see 2 freshmen start for the Colts tonight, 2 sophomores, and then the leading scorer, Colton Delancey, a junior. So you want to talk about green. This is a bright green young roster for the Colts. To no surprise, being close to the Meadowbrook community in terms of athletics, you kind of saw it coming down the pipeline, and we talked about it in football a lot. There were a lot of freshmen that played key roles in football, and just like in basketball this year, there's going to be a lot of freshmen playing key roles. These freshmen that's going to get a lot of playing time, you know, they have to grow up quickly. They're going to take some lumps this year, but that's going to pay off down the road.
When you look at West Holmes, they'll start 3 seniors. How much attention do you think that experience will be focused on Colton Delancey? He's the guy of their 21 points at New Lex the other night, scored 12.
Right.
And so, you know, you think he's the one that's going to get the focus from the West Holmes defense.
You would think so if the guy scores more than 50% of the points. I think one thing that worries Meadowbrook right now is, besides the youth, is the physicality that West Holmes can bring. They, after talking to the coaching staff from Meadowbrook, you know, they thought that West Holmes might be able to outmuscle the younger guys just because of their physical maturity. And Meadowbrook struggles with pressure, and they had 23 turnovers at New Lex on Friday, and that's just something they're just going to have to do. They're going to have to man up, get in that triple threat position and take care of the basketball as best they can, because you can't have 23 turnovers and expect to win the game, Howard.
No, even though you're at home, you lose at New Lex, which, okay, we get that one, but it's critical that you play your best at home, and teams always manage to play better at home. But one of the things that concerns me watching the Colts, Mike, is West Holmes at Riverview, although they lost, they put up 52.
Yes.
And you know, yes, the Colts on the road, but only 21 with the 3 guys scoring. I'm afraid if this game gets into the upper echelon, in the 50s even, that the Colts could be in some trouble.
Yeah, and that's one that Meadowbrook has been having trouble scoring, and mainly because turn it over just a little bit too much. Now, one positive thing that the Meadowbrook has done this year, and it was only one game, they did rebound the ball better. And Bentley Seedor, just a freshman, and we mentioned his name a lot in basketball. He brings a little bit of physicality, and I talked to him in the pregame before we came on. You look at him, and he looks like a mature junior or senior player. He's only a freshman, but he does get in there, bang the boards, and bring a little bit of physicality for the Colts. And they're going to need it tonight against a bigger, looks like just more mature Knights team from West Holmes.
Yeah, they will play 8 guys, and when you look at their roster, 6 of them are seniors. So of the 8, 2 sophomores who are both starters and 6 seniors. So that experience for West Holmes, and you'd have to think Coach Ben Belden, who's in his first year,
yes,
we might add, is probably going, I guess you could go into it 2 ways, Coach. Either rebuild as your first year or say, okay, let's try to get something going, keeping the guys we have, build on something this year, and hope for the future. I think that's the case for Coach Belden.
I agree.
That he said, okay, I'm going to go with the 6 seniors, and let's try to go 500. So
yeah, Coach Belden started his career coaching and teaching at John Glenn, then moved up, took the Riverview job, did a nice job at Riverview. Due to some injuries last year, they would have been way above 500, but they had a key injury last year, and he did a nice job kind of building that program back up to stability, and then takes the job up the road, up north, further north at West Holmes. So I think this time he's staying because his wife, I believe, was a stud at West Holmes. So I believe he's here to stay for a while.
Well, we'll find out in about 5 years who's making that decision, Coach.
That's true. That's true.
Now speaking of coaches, we've talked about Coach Belden. You're familiar with Coach Taryn Jarrett and the job he's done here. He went really, literally, from the penthouse when he took over to
the outhouse.
Okay, we'll
yeah,
go there.
I'll say it. Yeah, and he knows it. He knows it. Yeah, good. I mean, yeah, he started his first year here as a young, and I want to say mid-20s head coach. Took over a successful program that Scooter Tolza kind of had in the regionals every single year, even a state tournament one year, and had not been for COVID, maybe another state tournament. But he had a really good core of people, seniors, left his first year here, which was 2 years ago. Got beat by Heath in the regionals down at the Convocation Center in Athens. But the cupboard was bare after that, and last year a lot of growing pains for a lot of people. And they struggled last year putting JV teams together because they just didn't have enough people.
Right.
So last year, they just won the 1 ball game, and it was just, you're right, it was so stark contrast of the 2 seasons that Coach Jarrett's been the head coach here.
How, and you're again familiar with Coach Jarrett, how has he changed based on where he was at and now what he's had to deal with? Because this by now should have been more of a veteran team, but yet he's in the 2nd year of a rebuilding job with freshmen and sophomores.
Right.
You would have hoped that they'd be juniors by now.
Right. Well, that's a good point, and it goes back to what I stated earlier. They struggled. They knew the senior and junior classes struggled a little bit, even when they were 7th, 8th graders, and it just continued to struggle by now that they're juniors and seniors. So there's not a whole lot of numbers there in those upper classes. But like I said, this 8th grade team last year won the MVL. So now they're freshmen, and we see a bunch of freshmen on the roster, varsity and JV. But I'll tell you one thing with Coach Jarrett, they're in the gym every day. They can be in the gym. They're in there early, they're in there late, and they're working hard at it. And we're going to see what it's like here for his first home game for these young bucks.
Yeah, speaking of those freshmen that Coach Snively's talking about, Michael Ray is one freshman starter, and the other is Bentley Seedor. Well, you're listening to high school basketball here on WILE from Meadowbrook High School, home of the Colts, where these Colts take on the West Holmes Knights. Howard Twiggs, Mike Snively, glad to be a part of your evening. Both teams 0-1, looking for the first victory of the season. And this game is brought to you by Patrons Buckeye, Doan Ford, WB Green, West 40 Auto, Valentine Insurance, and the Rogers Company. Stick around at the end of the game. We'll have the +1 player of the game and the play of the game brought to you by the Rogers Company. free throws tonight brought to you by Amy Kissinger for Guernsey County Commissioner. And the scoreboard tonight brought to you from Clark Family Practice. That'll do it for the pregame. We'll take a break. When we come back, we will have the starting lineups for both teams. Stick around. You're listening to high school basketball on 97.7 WILE.
I'm not buying till I check Doan Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com. Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it's for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company from Iowa to offer liability coverage to package with their Patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today, 740-305-5121, and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye. Fall means cooler temperatures and the changing of the seasons. The Rogers Company is ready with all heating services. They install furnaces, geothermal, ductless systems for both residential and commercial. They provide repairs and maintenance to all makes and models. On the commercial side, they're the area's refrigeration company. Put the Rogers Company team to work for you. Call 740-685-8677. The Rogers Company says, go Colts.
In your time of need, will you be happy with your cut-rate car insurance? Will you have the coverages you need? Valentine Insurance is dedicated to protecting you and your family when you need it. As an independent insurance agency, we have partnered with many reputable insurance companies who even have local claims adjusters to provide you with unbeatable service. Are you going to trust a talking lizard to help you with your claim? Really? Don't let this happen to you. Trust the professionals at Valentine Insurance. Call 994-1776.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE-FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
Welcome back, everyone. The starting lineup for West Holmes. They are in the red jerseys and pants with blue stripes, white numerals. They'll go with Sam Sprang, a 6-foot senior, Nate Fair, a 6'3" senior, Collier Klein, 6-foot senior, Lynn Klein, 6-foot sophomore, and Manny Camacho, a 6'4" sophomore. For the Colts under Taryn Jarrett, they'll look this way in the white uniforms with the orange and black numerals and trim. They will have, interestingly enough, a 1-2-3-4-5 starting lineup. Michael Ray, 6-foot freshman, is number 1. Mason Campbell, 6'2" sophomore, number 2. Jacob Burris, 5'10" sophomore, number 3. Bentley Cedar, 5'10" freshman, number 4. And Colton Delancey, their leading scorer, 6'2" junior, number 5. Final thoughts before we rock it in, Mike.
Meadowbrook's going to have to take care of the basketball. And this young group playing their first home game of the year, they've got to get off to a solid start just to gain some confidence.
Colton Delancey appears will jump center for Meadowbrook, and he will be opposed by Nate Fair. Meadowbrook along your radio dial will be going right to left. West Holmes obviously going left to right. Meadowbrook conceding the back tap, and there it is. And we are underway with the basketball in the hands of Collier Klein to the high post. Back outside to the wing. Unable to catch a screen, and then West Holmes will run their offense. They will run a cutter along the baseline, looking for a screen and roll. Not there. With the ball is Lynn Klein. Now inside it will go to Camacho. Double team, kicks it back on top. Dribble drive, nothing there. And then a shot from the wing, in and out, no good by Sam Sprang, rebounded by the Colts, and here they come with Jacob Burris. Burris over to Seedorf, back on top. It goes to Michael Ray, between the legs dribble to the right wing. And picking up the dribble is Jacob Burris. And now back to the top with Bentley Seedorf. To the corner, still not there. West Holmes looks like they're in man.
Both teams in man start off the game.
And drive to the basket, nothing there for Mason Campbell. Rebounded on the floor to West Holmes. They will take their time going up the floor. Drive and stop. Then another drive inside, thrown away. Turnover goes to Meadowbrook. 6:45 to go here in the first quarter, no score. Bentley Seedorf over to Michael Ray. Now to the far corner, and then a drive inside and a kick out to Seedorf to Ray. Looks like Meadowbrook a little shy to shoot it. Now they'll get the pass inside, knocked away. Turnover goes against Meadowbrook. There's an example of what you were talking about, Coach.
Take care of it.
Some opportunities, and then you don't shoot it when you need it to, and you turn it over.
Yeah, you got to. And you're better off taking a bad shot than turning it over. That way, at least you got a shot at a rebound.
Well, black on top is West Holmes. They will have the ball with Collier Klein. Meadowbrook, as Mike mentioned, in the man. Trouble on top, and then an easy pass inside. Camacho has it knocked away, but he will get the free throws as he is bodied up by the Colts.
Well, first of all, our Manny Camacho is definitely on our all-name team this year. What a great name. Manny Camacho and Colton Delancey really been going at it in the post. A lot of elbows flying near the chin already.
So, which I think we'll see some things happen with the officiating where they let it go. First free throw by Camacho is good. And I'm sure he's not related to Ernie Camacho or
Hector Macho.
Hector Camacho.
Camacho.
Yeah. Foul, by the way, goes on Michael Ray, his first, team's first. Second free throw in and out, no good. Rebounded off to Camacho. When we get a moment, Coach Sniver will talk about the new rule change. Drive inside by West Holmes, no good. That was Collier Klein. Rebounded on the floor. Here come the Colts. Mason Campbell over to Jacob Burris. Long shot on the way. Mason Campbell with a big three.
That's one thing Mason's good at. He can shoot the three from that wing. He did it a lot last year. He had to get a lot of playing time as a freshman as well, so he's experienced at this a little bit.
3-1, Colts on top, 5:30 to go first quarter. Another three ball on the way for West Holmes. No good, that was Collier Klein. Rebounded off to the Colts. It's Michael Ray to the left corner for Bentley Seedorf. Seedorf back on top to Jacob Burris, back to Seedorf. Long ball on the way, in and out, no good. Rebounded on the floor, fight for it. Belongs to, they're saying, West Holmes.
And they're going to give it to West Holmes. Yes, there are no more one-on-one free throws. It's 5 fouls per quarter, and we directly go to 2 shots. So no 1 plus the bonus after 7 fouls and a half. We are, after 5 fouls in each quarter, it will be a 2-shot foul, 2-shot free throws for whoever is at the line.
All right, thank you, sir. West Holmes with the basketball on the left wing. Hold, and then back on top to Lynn Klein. Klein looks to teammate Sam Sprang. Sprang, dribble drive inside, picks it up, shot up, no good. Rebounded off to Bentley Seedorf. Here come the Colts again. They are up 3-1. Drive inside for Mason Campbell. Good.
Campbell with all 5 of the points for the Colts.
They lead 5-1, 4:20 to go first quarter. West Holmes cold shooting here in this first frame. Drive inside, then a kick, and then another shot by the drive. Up and no good. That was Nate Fair. Cold West Holmes. 5-1 Meadowbrook, 4 minutes to go first quarter. Drive inside, good defensively stopping by Collier Klein, then back on top. The Colts will reset. It's Bentley Seedorf on the top, and he will kick over to Colton Delancey. Delancey, I don't think he's taken a shot yet, Coach.
No, not yet.
In and out by Seedorf. Rebound, fought for, jump ball. Possession arrow to Meadowbrook. So yeah, Colton Delancey, let's take a look at maybe who's really chucking him up here defensively in this first quarter.
Well, Mason Campbell comes off on a hot start with making his first 2 shots.
Turnover goes against Meadowbrook, and it's an easy basket by Nate Fair.
That's the first basket for West Holmes. They were 0 for their first 5.
5-3 Meadowbrook, 3:30 to go. That's Michael Ray on top to Delancey. Delancey sets the screen and roll, unable to convert are the Colts. And they will kick back over to Mason Campbell. Gets the screen from Seedor, picks it up, goes over to Michael Ray. Back to Seedor on the left side. Looks for Delancey on a back cut, not there, and Delancey a little frustrated. And shot up though by Meadowbrook, no good. Rebound fought for it. I think that's going to go against Delancey. You could tell Mike on that screen and roll when he came off, he thought he was going to get the basketball. Showed a little bit of frustration, and then the foul.
Yeah, he didn't get the basketball, which would he had a good shot, and then the foul after maybe a little frustration. Yes.
2:50 to go, 5-3, Colts lead. West Holmes with the basketball. That is Klein. Over to Collier. Klein inside to Camacho is good.
He came off of that little screen off the block.
Yeah.
Camacho was wide open.
Yeah,
and Camacho read the screen well.
Yeah, a little horizontal baseline screen and did a nice job. Another steal by West Holmes. It's Nate Fair. He'll go the distance and make the layup.
That's
Back to
what
back.
Meadowbrook does not want, to just give the ball up and give up 2 points on the other end. That's exactly what they did there.
And now some more pressure as West Holmes starts to pick it up around the half court. They will fall back into the man-to-man. That's Ray over to Seedor. Seedor back to Mason Campbell. Campbell over to Michael Ray. Bentley Seedor drives inside, then kicks. Shot on the way by the Colts. No good. That was Mason Campbell. Rebounded off to West Holmes. Drive inside is Nate Fair. Shot up is good.
And all of a sudden, West Holmes has made their last 4 baskets and taken a 4-point lead.
Yeah, 9-5 in favor of the Knights. Colton Delancey double team down in the mid-post area. He'll try to muscle his way in. Shot up is good. Got to get him some shots, Coach.
Nice soft touch there in the face of pressure.
Yeah, Meadowbrook trying to pound him inside a little bit by having him at that mid-post. Now a drive inside is Sam Sprang, and he nails his first basket. So West Holmes all of a sudden red hot.
5 in a row.
Yep, they lead 11-7 with 1:02 to go here in the first quarter. Very few whistles.
Yeah, they're letting them play a little bit, Howard, and I don't know if that's good or bad for either team, to be honest.
Kick, and we'll stay with the Colts. A couple of substitutions for Meadowbrook will be Austin Warner checking in along with Zayden Yeagle.
Yeagle, the only senior on the team for the Colts. Austin Warner, yet another freshman in for the Colts.
Now, Yeagle is an experienced player. As I recall, he played some varsity last year.
Played a little bit last year. Yes, he did. And now 3 freshmen on the court, Howard, for Meadowbrook.
Inbound, close to a turnover, and it is. Yeah, they just couldn't get free. They had a 1-4 baseline look, and what they were trying to do was throw over the defense, but the pass was just a little bit too far, and Meadowbrook unable to come up with it. They trail 11-7. West Holmes probably in no hurry with the ball. On top, it's Nate Fair. Fair drives inside. His dribble picked up, nearly a steal, and then retrieved by Sam Sprang. And then onto the left side. And then back on top is Coyer Miller, another one of those seniors off the bench. Ooh, he had a shot inside, passed it up. And then a long ball on the way for West Holmes. No good by Nate Fair. Rebounded by the Colts, so they can cut into this deficit with a basket right here at the end of this first quarter. That is Austin Warner, and another steal, and then driving the length of the floor and making the layup is Nate Fair. Fair has 8 points, and that will do for quarter number 1. After 1, it's 13-7, West Holmes over Meadowbrook.
I was sitting in my car, and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood, and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio, I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
We will begin the second quarter. And Coach Snively, what do we have in terms of the numbers?
Well, West Holmes started off, they missed their first 5 shots, but to end the half, they made their last 6 out of 7. They were 6 of 12 from the field. Meadowbrook going to get up 7 shots. They were 3 of 7. And Meadowbrook did out-rebound West Holmes 7-1, but big stat was Meadowbrook had 5 turnovers. West Holmes only 1.
And your assessment of the first quarter for the Colts, Mike?
I think they look better than last year. I really do. I see improvement.
Okay. West Holmes has the basketball to start quarter number 2. It is Collier Miller. Miller over to the right side for Collier Klein. Klein, their leading scorer in the first game, has yet to score in this one. Klein drives inside with the left hand, tries to muscle his way inside, misses the shot, rebounded by the Colts, and here comes Meadowbrook. They will go to the right side for Gunnar Davis, who's checked in. And then back to Cedar. Cedar 15-footer, good. Nice looking shot there. 13-9. Colts trail by 4. And I wonder if West Holmes is going to get Collier Klein going in this one. This drive by Sam Sprang. Shot up is good.
You know, one thing I've noticed, Howard, both teams have excellent spacing on offense. There's a lot of good communication offensively and defensively also by both teams.
There's Delancey's shot on the way. Good.
He brought rain on that one.
That's a bomb. That's a 3. He has 5. 15-12 Meadowbrook. Looks like they're in a 2-3 zone, Coach. Looks like
yeah, they did jump back to a 2-3.
Yep.
And maybe an ill-advised shot by West Holmes.
Shot missed, and an offensive rebound goes to Wyatt Slough, who's checked in. And then a personal foul goes on the floor. So, yeah, it looked like the Knights in a 2-3, extended 2-3, but then the personal foul goes against Gunnar Davis. That's his first of the second quarter. And a couple of free throws coming for Collier Klein. The first one's front iron and no good.
Colts 1 of 2 from the line in that first quarter, and these are the first charity tosses for the Knights.
One more coming for Klein. 6-foot senior, got it. Substitution for West Holmes. Back into the lineup is Lynn Klein. Also checking out for Meadowbrook is Gunnar Davis. And the Colts back to, looks like their original starting lineup. And West Holmes with some pressure. They will fall back into the man. That is Michael Ray over to Bentley Cedar. Cedar on top. Shot on the way. No good off the high post. Rebounded to West Holmes. And the Knights, they don't really fast break a lot. They're kind of methodical bringing it up the floor.
No, but they box out well.
Yes. They have Lynn Klein. Now to the high post. They will go with Wyatt Slough. And then the drive inside is up. It's no good by Spang and rebounded off to the Colts. That is Michael Ray over to Bentley Cedar. Good pass inside to Delancey. He can operate. Yes, sir.
Delancey 3 for 3, and that's, I believe, his 7th point on the night.
Yes, it is. And one more opportunity coming, but what I think Meadowbrook has done very well, it didn't really show much in the first quarter, but they've obviously decided we've got to get the ball to our top scorer inside where he can operate. And you've seen Delancey, high post, mid post, down on the block. That time he was on the block and able to get his way to the basket for the 3-point
Yeah, knocked
play.
down a 3 earlier, too.
And that one's good.
Gets the unconventional 3 there.
He has 6 in the quarter, 8 in the game. 16-15, and Meadowbrook trails by a point. And it looks like the Colts are going to stay in this extended 2-3 now. They're going to go back to, they're going to go back to man a little bit. And West also, Meadowbrook changing defenses.
Well, I don't think West Holmes knows what they're playing yet, and they're confused.
Shot up and in by Collier Klein. He has 3. I think the coach said on the fly, here's what we're going to do. Turn over to Meadowbrook. It's a 2-on-2, and then a drive to the basket up and a good one. And that is Collier Klein, who's all of a sudden lighting it up.
Howard, that was an unforced turnover. That was just sloppy handling by the Meadowbrook backcourt right there, and led to a 2-point, possibly 3 points the other way for West Holmes.
Jacob Burris on the personal foul, and 1 free throw coming for Collier Klein. He has 5 all in this second quarter. Got it. Well, West Holmes extends the lead back to 21-15, so Meadowbrook had an opportunity to take the lead down 16-15.
Now it's back up to 6.
Yep, West Holmes in the man. Delancey really being pushed around by Sam Sprang. And I wonder if we're going to get a personal foul inside. Looked like somebody really kind of hanging on.
I don't know if they called that on Lynn Klein or if they called that. No, I'm sorry, they did not. Collier Klein.
Well, Collier Klein picks up his first. Drive inside by Cito, now back out on top. And Delancey operates on the baseline. Over to Michael Ray. Delancey sets the screen, gets it back, double teamed out at the high post, kicks it over to Seedor. Seedor, 25 feet from the basket, will reset things with Michael Ray. Michael Ray inside to Delancey, and this is a good move. He's fouled. Yeah, got to get the ball to that guy.
You do, and Coyer Miller that time thought he stripped that ball cleanly. The referee felt otherwise. They called that on the floor, though.
Oh, my goodness, on the floor.
On the floor.
He was in the act of shooting, but the officials think differently. Meadowbrook will have the chance to get the inbounds play. They had trouble the last time they had it. Boy, they just barely get it in. It's a Delancey again with the basketball. He will give over to Michael Ray. Ray drives inside, double team, and then back over to Seedor in the left wing. Back on top to Ray. Ray, crossover dribble, left to right, picks it up, and then goes on the baseline. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Seedor. Seedor back on top, long ball on the way. No good by Mason Campbell, and rebounded off to West Holmes.
Nobody pressing, not a whole lot of very pressure man-to-man half court either.
No.
It's just kind of like sit back and see what happens. Let teams settle into their offense.
Yep. Oh, here's trouble. That's an easy draw. That's a kick out by Camacho, and it was a no good shot by Coyer Miller, but Camacho had the entire baseline with no help from Meadowbrook on the weak side of the floor. And
didn't take the reverse layup.
Yeah, he kicked it out. They missed the shot. Meadowbrook very fortunate that they get the rebound. Checking in is Zayden Yeagle and Jacob Burris back in the lineup for the Colts. Colton Delancey will take a seat, and I don't imagine he'll be out very long.
Now, both teams, interesting enough, both teams have 5 timeouts apiece left.
Yeah, 3:20, 21-15. West Holmes, personal foul will go against the Knights. You know, Mike, you make a very good point. Both teams settling in. I'm not sure either team really understands their identity yet.
No.
I think they're both searching.
And both coaches want to play as conservative as possible. It's like 2 option teams playing, running Army and Navy this week. They're just going to try to feel each other out there, running the same type of offenses, same type of defenses. Of course, Army and Navy don't run the options anymore, I don't think.
Well, personal foul goes against West Holmes. That was Lynn Klein. Free throw good by Jacob Burris. That's his first point. 1 more coming for Burris.
Left-hander.
That free throw is brought to you by Amy Kissinger, for Guernsey County Commissioner. 21-17 West Holmes. They walk the ball up the floor. Meadowbrook did a little bit more of an extended man. They're trying to come out and force the action a little bit. West Holmes will bring it back out. They'll have it on the right side into Camacho. We're going to get a hold, it looks like, on the interior. And I think that's going to go against the Colts.
And I would like to mention that West Holmes has five fouls in this quarter, so
Yeah.
that's why Burris got the two shots.
Free throws, yeah. That personal foul will go against Sam Spang. Oh, I'm sorry, not Sam Spang. That personal foul goes against Michael Ray. That's his second. He may have to take a seat. Exactly 3 minutes to go here
And
in
he did.
the second quarter. West Holmes out to the high post in Camacho. They run the little flex cut down underneath. Shot is missed by Collier Klein. Rebounded off to Seedorf. Here come the Colts. Down 4. 2:45 to go here in the second quarter. Long ball on the way. No good by Seedorf. Rebound offensively inside. And then a personal foul on a hold. Excellent job of rebounding that time by Mason Campbell. And he will draw the 2 free throws.
Campbell has 4 rebounds so far for the Colts. He leads the Colts in the first half rebounding.
He had the first 5 points of the game for Meadowbrook. Has not scored since. A couple of free throws coming here. First one, in and out, no good. One more coming for Campbell, the 6'2 sophomore. Bright future certainly ahead for him.
Colts 4 of 6 from the line here in the first half.
Second one on the way is good. Meadowbrook will sprint back defensively. And they will pick it up man-to-man with the basketball. Collier Klein on the left wing, and then back on top to Sam Sprang. Sprang over to Nate Fair. Long shot, and it's going to sail out of bounds. Probably an ill-advised shot that time by West Holmes. And this kind of a game, Coach, I think every shot's important.
Important, and to be honest, Howard, I don't think West Holmes has really been close on a three-point shot yet.
They've taken very few. Drive inside, it's up, it's a runner on the baseline, and it is good. Good basket that time for the Colts. That's Mason Campbell. He is their leading scorer with 8.
Cuts the lead to 1.
Yeah, 21-20. Long ball on the way is a triple, just as you say
Just as
something.
I say it.
Always happens. That is Collier Klein with the triple, and he has 9 points, all of them here in the second quarter. 24-20, 1:50 to go here in the second period. On top, Jacob Burris. By the way, that free throw was brought to you by Amy Kissinger for Guernsey County Commissioner. Tussle on the floor. Officials are going to go the way of West Holmes, and Colton Delancey will return to the lineup along with Michael Ray for Meadowbrook.
Now, that's a turnover on Meadowbrook, but that's only their second turnover this quarter.
And that was really a tough one because guys were fighting for the ball. So
it was a hustle turnover.
West Holmes with the 4-point lead and the basketball. Clock moves at 1:30 to go, second quarter. That's Camacho operating at the high post. Tries to set the screen, not there. Then a drive inside by Sam Spang, not there, but he will draw the contact and get a couple of free throws.
Jacob Burris on the foul there. That'll be his second, I believe.
Yes,
Howard.
it is. Second free throw, personal. Free throw is brought to you by Amy Kissinger for Guernsey County Commissioner. And West Holmes trying to advance this lead. First free throw is no good.
The Knights are 2 of 4 in the first half from the line.
And one more coming for Sprang, 6-foot senior.
Sam Sprang.
Yeah.
Got to say that one fast 3 times.
Not me. Misses both of them, but offensive rebound to the inside. No good on the putback by Nate Fair. And here come the Colts again.
A lot of missed opportunities there for West Holmes.
Yep, Delancey drives baseline, kicks way out on top to Michael Ray. Meadowbrook trying to set the offense. He will go to Seedor in the right corner, back to Ray. Long ball not there. Meadowbrook's Mason Campbell comes up with, or Gunnar Davis rather, with the big rebound and then poked away, but then the personal foul. That's going to put Delancey at the line. It's going to be against Nate Fair. And I believe Colton Delancey will shoot 2 free throws.
Looks like Michael Ray's going to check back in for the Colts.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, not Mike. That'd be Austin Warner.
Yeah, I was going to say the two fouls. First free throw by Delancey is good. That's an Amy Kissinger for Guernsey County Commissioner made free throw. And one more coming for the 6'2 junior Delancey, the team's leading scorer the other night at New Lex. He has 9, looking for 10 here in the first half. Got it. He is 3 of 3 from the line here in the game. Under a minute to go, 24-22, West Holmes. I wonder if they're going to try and play for one shot. They will be in the corner for Collier Klein. Inside to Camacho. Not there. Will kick back out. And then the drive inside, up and in for Sam Spang.
Spang earned that one. That was against good defense.
26-22, Bentley Seedor with the basketball. So Meadowbrook can stay within a basket or so if they can convert here at the end of the first half. And I think, we'll get the travel.
And I think Meadowbrook wanted to go for one shot there because then they get the ball to start the second half. They could have got a little 2-for-1 action there, but will not happen due to the traveling violation.
26-22, 12.8 seconds to go. First half. Let's see if the Colts, they'll stay in man. West Holmes in some trouble. They will kick to the left side, and then the drive inside, up and right at the buzzer by Nate Fair. That's a tough one, but it counts. So after one half of play here at Meadowbrook High School, the score, West Holmes 28 and Meadowbrook 22. We'll come back here after a few well-timed breaks, and we'll talk about some of this first half action. So stay with us on 97.7 WILE, where West Holmes leads Meadowbrook 28-22.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Hoops. Now here's your host, Eric Reeser.
Safe to say it's a very transformative time in amateur athletics. High school students looking to make the jump to the college ranks can do so now earlier than ever. And once student athletes make it to their desired university or college, things can become even tougher to navigate. Tim May's been covering athletics in Central Ohio since 1976. He's been on the Ohio State football beat since '86, and he'll join me to discuss the current state of college athletics and where things might be headed. That's next. This is the Ohio News Network.
In Ohio, public education matters. And every day, Ohio's public school educators use their united voice to advocate for the supports and resources our public schools need so every child thrives. No exceptions. I'm Ohio Education Association President Scott Demaro, and on behalf of our 120,000 members, OEA is proud to sponsor tonight's game. Because great public schools are a winning playbook for Ohio, and Ohio is stronger when we stand together to cheer for our students' success.
I don't know what I want to do. I'm just not sure that college is right for me.
Have you considered a career in dental assisting? I love my job as a dental assistant. I have flexible work hours, the money is good, and I get to work in a professional, people-oriented dental office. What I really love about my job is knowing that I give people a healthy smile.
For more information about becoming a dental assistant, contact your high school guidance counselor. Or if you are no longer in school, talk to a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
This is ONN.
In his 40-plus years of covering athletics, both amateur and professional in Central Ohio, Tim May, previously of the Columbus Dispatch, currently of Letter Monroe, says things are better off for the student-athlete now than ever before.
Oh, it's much better for student-athletes in terms of opportunities, both, from a scholarship standpoint, but also from the NIL aspect of things. And even before the national, name, image, and likeness thing came along, athletes were starting to get a few more benefits ordained by the NCAA and stuff, and the court system. The court system can be your friend, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, I think things are much better in all kinds of ways, including facilities for almost every sport you can name. I know at Ohio State, Gene Smith is, during his tenure as the athletic director, has wanted the facilities for everybody to be at least state of the art, and better obviously for some sports like football. They're talking about redoing the Woody Hayes Athletic Center again, so to speak, for different enhancements, improvements, and to make it more attractive. But things have never been better, I don't think, for the college athlete in terms of both training, nutrition, and development.
Tim also talked with me about the transfer portal, a place where college athletes can explicitly tell other programs their desire to leave their current spot In search of hopefully greener pastures, when the football portal opened on December 4th, more than 600 players put their name in, hoping to find that better landing spot. Tim agrees that the grass isn't always greener and cautioned those thinking of going into the portal of taking the proper time to make the best decision for themselves.
The bottom line is everybody's always trying to improve themselves, be it a student athlete or be it a team that's active in the transfer portal. You know, we've seen it transform teams right before your very eyes. It doesn't always work out. I mean, you can say it worked out for Colorado the first half of this past season, for example, in football, but then, you know, the leaves started falling off the tree, you know, and they've had a bunch of guys. For example, Colorado was the mecca for transfer portal elites, it seemed, this time a year ago after they hired Deion Sanders. And now you've got guys leaving. I mean, you've got guys who were starters on that team leaving. So the search for paradise, the search for El Dorado, you know, continues. It's both paradise from on the field and El Dorado, what is hanging out there from an alluring standpoint in the NIL space for some of these players, but also for some of these programs. So it is what it is at this point, because obviously they've shortened the portal period. The NCAA has kind of gotten a little bit of a grasp on that aspect of things. But the idea that disgruntled players or disgruntled kinfolks or parents of players or handlers of players, you know, agitating and getting more and more into the transfer portal, I don't think that's going to change. And some people are going to be extremely rewarded for it, and some are going to be extremely disappointed as in not finding a landing place.
My thanks to Tim May for his time. Tim's covered athletics in Central Ohio since 1976. Previously for the Columbus Dispatch, currently covering Ohio State football over at Letterman Row. You can read and listen to the Tim May Show podcast over at lettermanrow.com. For the Ohio News Network, I'm Eric Reeser.
Wendy's Peppermint Frosty and Frosty Cream Cold Brew make the perfect gift for anyone in your life. Especially for you. Yeah, this year you're sitting on your own lap and getting yourself what you want. Finally. And now every day this season, unlock 20% off your total when you get any small, medium, or large Frosty in the Wendy's app. So order something from your own wish list this year.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's with app offer and registration. Applies to menu items only. Taxes and fees excluded.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket. Just like our customer, Jaron.
I'm the singer and guitarist in a band, and I use my Cricket phone for everything. It's basically like another band member.
Don't miss a single beat. Switch today and get a free Samsung Galaxy A14 5G. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Real customer paid for testimonial. Must bring your number to Cricket on up to a $60 a month voice plan depending on device. Select models only while supplies last. First month service charge and tax due at sale. Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Fees, terms, and restrictions apply. See store for details.
Halftime here at Meadowbrook High School, where the Colts trail the West Holmes Knights 28-22. Before we get into the numbers, let's go through the scoring. So Michael Ray started for Meadowbrook, did not score. Mason Campbell had 8. Jacob Burris had 2, a pair of free throws. Colton Delancey 10, including a triple, 2 twos, and 3 of 3 from the line. Gunnar Davis did not score. Austin Warner did not score. Bentley Seedor had a basket, and Zayden Yeagle did not score. Meadowbrook 7 points in the first quarter, 15 in the second. For West Holmes, Sam Spang, 6 points, 0 of 2 from the line. 10 points for Nate Fair on 5 field goals. Collier Klein with 9, 1 triple, 2 twos, 2 of 3 from the line. Lynn Klein started, did not score. Manny Camacho, a basket, 1 of 2 from the line with 3. Coyer Miller did not score. Wyatt Slough did not score. For West Holmes, 13-7, they led after 1. 15 each way in the second quarter for both teams knotting it up. And that makes the halftime score 28-22. What do you got, Coach?
Well, West Holmes took 10 more shots than Meadowbrook. West Holmes was 11 for 26 from the field for 42%. Meadowbrook was 7 of 16 for 44%. Meadowbrook out-rebounded West Holmes 16-9. Both teams had 2 offensive rebounds. Probably the key statistic in the first half and why the score is what it is. Meadowbrook turned it over 8 times, which is slightly better than last week at New Lex, but West Holmes only had 1 turnover for the entire first half, and that occurred early in the first quarter. Free throws, Meadowbrook 7 of 9, shot it well from there. West Holmes 2 of 5, and both teams scored 15 in the second quarter, and 28-22, West Holmes, the visitors lead the Colts.
So let's put you in the locker room first for West Holmes. What do you have to work on? What went well? Where are you going to go?
I think West Holmes kind of wants to play the same style. They think they have the advantage with what they're doing right now, and what that is just a half-court offense that promotes, making the young Colts defend the ball after a couple reverses. And any basketball team, Howard, when you reverse the ball a couple times, they get tired and you wear them down a little bit, and that's where West Holmes has been at their best, when they get 2 or 3 reversals. And defensively, I think they've done a pretty good job defensively. They haven't really pressured the Colts, but they haven't had to always pressure the Colts because the young Colts have made some mistakes with their passes and turned it over several occasions.
How much attention do you think they talked about at halftime for Colton Delancey?
I definitely think he's their number one guy on the radar, but if you're Coach Belden, you have to be talking about Mason Campbell. Mason Campbell came in, would you say had 8 points at half there?
Yes.
He had 8 at half, and that was kind of a surprise, so they may want to put some focus on Campbell, who can shoot it and is able to get to the basket. So if you're Coach Belden, that's what you need to look at.
Now, if you're the Meadowbrook coach, Taryn Jarrett, what were your thoughts at halftime? What would they be?
Well, we talked about this off the air a little bit. Maybe they do want to switch up the defenses a little bit more instead of playing that man-to-man, go to zone, because it did look like a couple times that West Holmes faced that zone. They were a little confused and a little discombobulated, if that's a word, with what they were supposed to do. But if you're Coach Jerry, you say keep hitting the boards. You got to be positive with them because they played a pretty good first half and they played hard. And you just got to continue to do what you're doing, plugging away, and eventually it's going to hit.
I think, too, basketball's a team game. Let's be honest about that. But at some point, I think the Colts may want to think about, hey, Delancey's our guy.
Yeah.
He needs to step up. They need to step up and make him the guy.
I bet Delancey shot less than 5 shots.
Yeah.
I bet, and you're right. He's probably a guy that's got to score 15 to 20 a night for them to win.
Well, Meadowbrook will have the basketball. We will start the second half. They will be going left to right. West Holmes in the man. Bentley Cedar in the far corner will dribble it out to the top. And he will give over to Michael Ray. Ray reversal over to Jacob Burris. Burris back to Mason Campbell. Inside, stolen away. Tried to feed Delancey down on the low block.
Needed a bounce pass instead of a chest pass.
Drive inside, up and in, and it's good. That is Nate Fair.
Just a little too easy there by the Meadowbrook defense, and I think Coach Jarrett thought the same thing.
Yeah, we'll keep it right here. So Meadowbrook comes out. Good idea to get Delancey the ball inside where he operated very well. As you described, youth, instead of making the easy bounce pass, they make the chest pass upstairs. It's stripped away. West Holmes comes down. They convert, so they're all of a sudden up 30-22. That's probably a good timeout by Coach.
It was. I mean, your first defensive possession, not good, and your first offensive possession, you turn it over. So that 8-point lead in a game like this, can feel more like it's a 15-point lead because both teams don't score a ton of points, but it just feels like it's a little bit more.
Well, Meadowbrook will have the ball out of bounds once again. They'll start the 5 they started with the game. That's Michael Ray, Mason Campbell, Jacob Burris, Colton Delancey, and Bentley Cedar. And West Holmes looks like they'll extend the man just a little bit. With the ball is Michael Ray, picks up the dribble on top, goes over to Delancey. Not there, back to Ray. He sets the screen and gets it back, knocked away. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by West Holmes. Shot inside, no good, but the foul is drawn. So
straight hustle by the Knights.
Yeah, and honestly, Meadowbrook has tried 2 times to force it into Delancey, and both have resulted in turnovers.
Correct.
So that's tough because they're doing what's probably the right thing.
And that was just a hustle turnover there by the Knights, who dove on the floor, ricocheted off the Colt player's knee, and then West Holmes gets the look at the basket, the foul, now shooting the second half of 2
Delancey
shots.
Picks up his second foul, and both free throws are good for Collier Klein.
Not only good, they didn't touch hardly the net.
It's all of a sudden double-digit lead, largest lead of the basketball game for West Holmes. Give and go inside, shot up, no good by Meadowbrook's Jacob Burris. Here comes West Holmes the other way, long ball on the way, 3 is no good, offensive rebound. And then an inside to the big guy. That's a turnaround by Camacho, and it sneaks its way in.
Camacho got the kind roll off the back of the rim there.
He has 5, and suddenly it is a 14-point lead, or 12 rather, excuse me. Bentley Cedar, boy, Meadowbrook really needs a basket. That is Mason Campbell to Cedar, long ball on the way, air ball, rebounded by the Colts. And that was Jacob Burris. Burris over to Michael Ray, back to Bentley Cedar. Cedar, the freshman, handling the ball, over to Delancey. Delancey dribbles 3-4 times, gets it off to Cedar. Cedar back to Delancey, 3 on the way, wide open, no good, rebounded on the floor, and it's West Holmes with the ball. Looks like West Holmes trying to push it up a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yep, back inside it goes again to Camacho, and another timeout for Meadowbrook. We'll take a timeout with him. It's 5:49 to go in the third. It's a 14-point lead for West Holmes.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
Well, Mike, the worst case scenario for the Colts is that you come out to start the second half, you're only down 6, and then boom, the roof collapses.
Yeah, 8-0 run for West Holmes in the first 2 minutes and 11 seconds in the second half. West Holmes comes out, shoots 3 of 4, and those 3 shots, Howard, were all relatively right at the basket. I mean, layups. And Meadowbrook starts off 0-3, 0 for 3 with 2 turnovers. Probably the worst possible start to the second half the Colts could have imagined.
2 things I've noticed for West Holmes. They've tried to up-tempo a little bit when they've got the basketball. Secondly, they pounded into Manny Camacho twice, and he has scored layups.
And that's another thing. Camacho's 6'4", but he runs the middle of the floor fast. And a lot of times when those big men run fast down the middle of the floor, they get rewarded.
And the Colts take back-to-back timeouts, and they're going to have it again. Down 36-22. Inbounding the ball is Michael Ray to Jacob Burris. Burris back to Ray, stolen away. And here comes a layup opportunity for West Holmes. And that is Collier Klein. Meadowbrook just not aggressive.
Having
there on
some
that
mental
pass,
lapses right now.
On that pass. It's Delancey. Delancey far from the basket, over to Burris. Burris over to Cedar, inside to Delancey. He is double teamed, tries to fight his way to the basket. It kicks back out on top to Burris. Burris, nothing there, so he will bring it back out to Michael Ray. Over to Delancey. He has the ball on the left wing, back on top to Michael Ray. Long ball on the way for the Colts. It's a good one. There's a bomb that time by Mason Campbell.
And the Colts needed that one badly.
Yeah, 38-25. They trail. 4:50 to go. Moving clock here in the third quarter. Collier Klein holds on to the high post for Lynn Klein. Out on top to Camacho. And then back inside to Camacho. They feed him again. He is fouled. Yeah, there's their adjustment, Mike. There's no doubt about that.
No doubt. And Camacho, once he gets it that far down, that low, and being probably 3 or 4 inches taller than anybody else on the court, he's going to be a problem.
Yeah, and guess what? Problem number 2 is that's the third foul on Colton Delancey. Free throw is good by Camacho. And one more coming, so you've got a decision to make with Colton Delancey. He's a smart player. I think they could leave him in.
I think they are going to leave him in.
Free throw is missed by Camacho and rebounded by the Colts. Here they come. Inside to Delancey. Oh, Delancey's got a drive. He is hammered. Yeah.
I think Delancey was just so surprised that when he turned around, nobody was there.
Yeah, they'll get a couple of free throws. Will Colton Delancey, and that is the foul goes against Nate Fair, and that is his third. So he has 12 points. Colton Delancey rolls around and falls out. One more coming for Delancey.
That's bad luck.
Yeah, he is now 3 of 4 from the line.
That thing hit the front of the rim, went to the back of the rim, rolled around the entire rim, looked like it was going to hit the backboard and come in, and it went out.
You remember what we used to call that, the toilet bowl?
The toilet bowl, yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Second free throw is good for Delancey.
And that time he was rewarded with the kind roll.
Yes, sir. 39-26. Meadowbrook in the man-to-man. West Holmes now will take their time. They will be on the left side. They will go inside again.
That's
nice
a great
up
move.
And under. That's beautiful. That was Collier Klein. That was very nice.
Yeah, West Holmes 5 of their first 6 shots in the first half of this third quarter.
Yeah, he just flashed and caught it. Just went up and under. Bentley Cedar, I think, has it knocked out of bounds, so it will stay with the Colts. 41-26. They trail. 3:59 to go here in the third. On top to Jacob Burris, or I should say Colton Delancey. Delancey crossover dribble, spin dribble, goes inside, stolen away by West Holmes. A little bit too far to make that pass, I think. 4th
turnover in the quarter, 12th of the game for the Colts.
Drive inside, shot up, front iron, no good. Rebounded up, whistle, and I think another foul. That was Sam Sprang getting his own rebound and drawing the 2-shot foul.
And you know, he got his rebound and was not even coming down. He was shooting it out of the air from the rebound and got fouled.
Bentley Cedor's first foul. Sprang is now 1 of 3 from the line. He has 7.
6 of 10 for West Holmes from the line tonight.
Substitutions for Meadowbrook. Let's see, I think, Delancey's going to come out with 3:37 to go here in the third. These free throws are brought to you by Amy Kissinger for Guernsey County Commissioner. And second free throw is also good by Sprang, 42-26. And Camacho will step out. That's Manny Camacho.
Wyatt Schlaw checks in for the West Holmes Knights, a 6-foot senior.
Looks like West Holmes body up a little bit, stay in the man. Meadowbrook dribbles on top, nearly a steal. Yep, they're going to go
backcourt.
Yep,
I thought maybe the ball was tipped out of the hands of Burris by Coyer Miller, but the officials thought differently.
Yeah, I think they thought maybe that Burris was the last to touch it. So turnover goes back to West Holmes, and they have a chance to build on this lead. And they will be on the left wing, and they will go on top, and then a drive inside, and a kick. Front iron, no good on the shot by Coyer Miller. Rebounded off to the Colts, and here comes Meadowbrook driving inside and picking up his dribble. Ball loose on the floor. Here comes another breakaway. Easy layup for West Holmes. That's Lynn Klein, and are we going to get another timeout? We will. 45-26, Meadowbrook down. We're going to take a break and come back here in 60 seconds.
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it's for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company from Iowa to offer liability coverage to package with their Patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today, 740-305-5121, and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
Are you paying too much for homeowners insurance? Has your insurance company raised your deductible? Hi, this is John Valentine with Valentine Insurance. Many people can't accurately answer these questions. With many premiums escrowed into mortgages, homeowners don't pay attention to changes to their policies anymore. It's time you visit Valentine Insurance for a true, no-obligation review of your insurance policy. Call 994-1776 or stop by our office at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge.
Meadowbrook coming out of the timeout. Colton Delancey will return to the lineup with the 3 fouls. And the Colts trailing 45-26. 2:53 to go here in the third quarter. And it is a 17-4 run by the Knights here in this third.
And you just see the Knights getting more and more confident, and the Meadowbrook Colts getting more and more passive.
Delancey sets the screen, and then the ball picked up by Mason Campbell. Seedor, long shot on the way, no good. Rebounded by Collier Klein for West Holmes. And they get the screen and roll. Beautiful pass inside. And an excellent basket for Wyatt Slough. You know, they've ran some good stuff.
They have, this half especially.
To Delancey. Delancey, turnaround shot, no good. Rebounded by Collier Miller. He'll drive the length of the floor, missed the shot. Rebound loose on the floor, goes to Meadowbrook. 2:09 to go here in the third, 47-26. And what was a very competitive game at the half has really gotten away from the Colts.
Yeah, Colts only 1 of 7 from the field in the first 6 minutes of the third quarter.
They have the ball, Mason Campbell. Campbell over to Jacob Burris. Shot in and out, no good. Rebounded on the floor to West Holmes. Here they come again. Driving baseline, up and in. That is Sam Sprang, and West Holmes beating the Colts down the floor.
And I think that's basically, has there been anything outside the free throw line?
No.
It's been all layups.
Drive inside, knocked away. That was an attempt by Mason Campbell. A couple of substitutions now for Meadowbrook. Coming into the game is Michael Ray returning. Colton Delancey will take a seat.
And Howard, they're getting the rebound and they're gone.
Yeah. Inbounds play by the Colts. Be careful. They get it inside. There's a shot up and in. That's Mason Campbell. Campbell's put together a nice night. He has 13.
Might be a candidate for our +1 player of the game.
Absolutely. There's Manny Camacho, turnaround, no good. Offensive rebound by West Holmes, but it's knocked out of bounds by the Colts. And you can see Coach Jarrett up signaling to his guys, hey, block out, block out.
That's another thing. West Holmes is much more aggressive going to the offensive glass here in the second half.
Inside pass goes to Camacho, and then the ball on the wing is no good. Offensive rebound, then knocked away. Here come the Colts. It's Mason Campbell up and in. And Mason Campbell has scored 7 of the 8 points here for Meadowbrook. Down to a minute to go here in the third quarter. 49-30, the Colts trail.
Now West Holmes will get the ball to start the fourth quarter.
Oh, there's a drive inside, and no good on the shot. Rebound fought for. Personal foul, I think, goes against West Holmes. So good job by Meadowbrook that time of fighting for the boards. But a nice drive coming off that screen by Nate Fair. Fair has 12 for West Holmes.
Yeah, I think that's a huge difference, Howard, is just watching 2 or 3 guys going to the offensive boards for West Holmes. They are playing with a high level of confidence right now.
Yeah, I actually did some of that senior stuff we talked about in the pregame. That certainly looked like the difference tonight. Seedor over to Gunnar Davis, loses it inside, picks it up, but steps on the baseline.
7th turnover in the third quarter, 15th for the game for the Colts.
Yeah. 26 seconds to go here in the third quarter. West Holmes, in my mind, will probably play for 1.
Sam Sprague checks back in for the Knights.
Yeah, he has 10.
Yeah, why wouldn't you play for 1? 2 for 1. Get the ball to start the fourth quarter.
Meadowbrook stays man. On top to Lynn Klein. Lynn Klein holds. Goes over to the 3-ball for Sam Sprang.
So much for going for 1.
Yeah.
The 1 when you can hit a 3.
Yep. Burris, long shot at the buzzer, no good, but rebounded by Cedar, no, won't happen. 52-30 after 3, we'll be right back.
Fall means cooler temperatures and the changing of the seasons. The Rogers Company is ready with all heating services. They install furnaces, geothermal, ductless systems for both residential and commercial. They provide repairs and maintenance to all makes and models. On the commercial side, they're the area's refrigeration company. Put the Rogers Company team to work for you. Call 740-685-8677. The Rogers Company says, go Colts.
Your home and your car are likely your two biggest investments. Protecting them from unexpected damage is a prime concern to WB Green Insurance. They are proud to represent Westfield Insurance, a financial service organization that provides insurance products for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers, along with personalized claim service that's fast and friendly. To learn how Westfield can help with your insurance needs, talk to WB Green Insurance today.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE-FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
What do you got after 3?
Well, West Holmes did not turn the ball over again, and that time aggressively attacked the glass with 8 rebounds, 3 of them being offensive. West Holmes right now shot the ball 42 times. Meadowbrook only 26 shots. So West Holmes taking full control of this game.
Yeah, they lead 52-30. They have the ball there inside to Camacho. Camacho hanging out in the lane and finally steps out. And then the drive and then the pickup by the Knights. Again, driving baseline. Shot up is good. You know, I think in film time, Meadowbrook will talk about not giving up baseline drives.
No.
Sealing off.
Getting to the basket too easy right now.
And another steal by West Holmes. Another breakaway, another drive, easy layup. That is Lynn Klein. Klein has 6, 56-30. I think, Meadowbrook will stay right here. I think that's their fourth time. Fourth timeout. It's going to be a 30. So yeah, you know, you got outscored 24-8 in the third, and I honestly think at 56-30, Mike, I think the problems for the Colts started coming out of the locker room. I don't think they were as focused, perhaps, as Coach Jarrett wanted them to be. I mean, give West Holmes credit. They made some adjustments.
You know, the psyche of Meadowbrook after that first 2 minutes of the third quarter, you could just see the deflation in the Colts' bodies and the rejuvenation of the Knights. Yeah. And it's you can just read it on their expressions on their faces now, their body language, and that was just an absolute worst start that Meadowbrook could have hoped for, and it happened. And West Holmes running on full cylinders right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 56-30. They lead here in this fourth quarter, and Meadowbrook will have the basketball. And Delancey on the floor along with Ray, Burris, Campbell, and Cedar, the original starting 5 for the Colts. West Holmes will play man-to-man with the basketball. Mason Campbell. Campbell to Delancey. Delancey drives inside, picks up his dribble, goes back to Cedar. Cedar thinks about the long shot, won't take it, and then kicks over to a 3-ball on the way for Campbell. No good, and rebounded by West Holmes.
Camacho with another rebound.
Yep. And he runs the screen and roll, comes off of it, and it's just an easy shot off the screen and roll.
And that's a nice left-handed jump hook there by Camacho.
He has 10, does Manny Camacho. Drive inside by Michael Ray, back to Jacob Burris. Shot on the way, no good, rebounded by that guy Camacho. 58-30, 6:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. Another screen and roll, but then a drive baseline for West Holmes. And then the drive inside, kick back out, shot on the way. No good by Nate Fair, rebounded by Meadowbrook. Trailing by a bunch. It's Cedar inside, over to Campbell. Campbell shot on the way, no good, but he draws the foul. And Mason Campbell, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And he will get an Amy Kissinger for Guernsey County Commissioner. A couple of free throw opportunities. Personal foul goes against Sam Sprang. That's just his first. First free throw is good by Mason Campbell.
You know, one thing I've noticed, Howard, is how easily West Holmes has been able to get the ball to the paint in the second half. And via the dribble, via the pass, it doesn't matter.
By the screen.
The screen, yeah, any way.
Yeah. And what are we going to get here? The officials stop play as West Holmes was thinking about a substitution.
Didn't get him in time.
Didn't get him in, so we'll go back to it. Mason Campbell having a nice night. He has 16, now 17. Mason Campbell, just a sophomore.
That could be a career high for Mason.
Yeah, that's a bright spot for Meadowbrook. Another drive baseline, another hammer, and
I believe they got Mason Campbell on
yeah,
that
it just, you know, you hate to belabor the point, but, you know, defensively for Meadowbrook, they're just not seeing man ball.
No, and
they're allowing so many drives and not picking up as the helper.
Yeah, just not controlling the dribble whatsoever.
Personal foul goes against Mason Campbell, as you said. And a couple of free throws for Lynn Klein. First one is good. So, again, lots to talk about for Coach Jarrett here after this game.
And you got to, you know, the first half, this was a team that's playing fantastic defense.
28-22
yeah.
at one point. Free throw no good, rebounded by Colton Delancey. Quickly ahead, long shot on the way, no good, rebounded by Bentley Seedor. That was Mason Campbell. Seedor turnaround, no good. Rebounded by West Holmes. Here come the Knights. That is Nate Fair. Fair on top to Lynn Klein. Over to Coyer Miller. Miller drives baseline. Nice job by Seedor of sealing it off, and the Colts get the turnover.
And that's the second turnover tonight.
Yeah, Colton Delancey on a breakaway gets the basket. So nice job by Colton Delancey of running the floor. That might be the play of the game. That was a nice job by Delancey of getting out in front.
And the Colts defense forcing the turnover on the other end.
Yep. 59-34, 4:50 to go here, fourth quarter. With the basketball is Coyer Miller. Miller gets the screen from Wyatt Slough. Now to the right side for Lynn Klein. Klein gets another screen, double teamed, loses it. Delancey throws ahead to a streaking Michael Ray. Michael Ray is hammered. A couple of free throws coming for Ray, who is scoreless in this game.
Now something happened there, Howard. The last two trips down the court, Meadowbrook aggressive on defense, forces two Knight turnovers, and look what happens on the other end. You get a layup, and now you get two free throws.
That is Lynn Klein's third personal. 4:30 to go here in the game. First free throw is good by Michael Ray. That's a Amy Kissinger for Guernsey County Commissioner free throw. Taking a seat momentarily is Nate Fair. He had 8 in the first quarter, but just 4 since. One more free throw coming for Michael Ray. Second one, in and out, no good. Rebounded on the floor to West Holmes. They are in control, 59-35. And with the basketball is Lynn Klein. Klein holds. West Holmes with a couple of substitutions. We'll try to get you in on that when we get a chance. In and out on the shot was Coyer Miller. And here come the Colts. It's Bentley Seedor. Nice pass inside to Delancey. Good. And Delancey does another nice job of running the baseline, getting open. So another good play by Colton Delancey.
More
nice
than anything, running,
Seedor.
sprinting down the court.
Yeah.
Little rejuvenation here, the second half of the fourth quarter.
Has really picked it up the last couple of minutes. Inside it will go, shot up is in. That was Wyatt Slough slopping it in. 61-37 for...
Nobody's picked Delancey up the last two trips.
He doesn't get the contact.
And neither does Campbell.
Yeah, ball's knocked out of bounds. I think the officials have have a pizza waiting here with 3:26 to go. Mass substitutions for the Colts. Let's see, I think Delancey's going to take a seat. And let's see, also Mason Campbell's going to sit. And Jacob Burris is going to sit. Well, that's interesting with 3:26 to go. I mean, I think I'd want to give my guys as much experience as I could, Coach. Cedar muscles his way in.
And that was Cedor's mess move of the night.
Yeah. 61-39, 3:15 to go. So maybe Coach Jarrett just looking at different guys in this situation.
It's a possibility.
Yep. Ball up and in, scored by West Holmes.
And that was, we don't have Zach Wright, I believe. Zach Wright. And that was Michael Ray with the 3.
Michael Ray has 4 points here in this fourth quarter. 63-42. Long ball on the way. Rebounded inside to the Colts. And Gunnar Davis now back to Cedar. Pull up, no good. Rebounded by Zach Wright, who just scored that basket a moment ago.
And now people are getting their shots up.
Yeah. Turnover unforced by West Holmes with 2:23 to go. Re-entering the lineup for West Holmes is Coyer Miller. So let's see. Also entering the game is Zayden Yeagle for Meadowbrook. He is in the lineup along with Austin Warner, Michael Ray, Bentley Cedar, and Gunnar Davis. Trouble on the right side, but Meadowbrook able to get out of it. Nearly a steal, and there is the steal. It's Coyer Miller coming up with it. He will drive uncontested for the layup. Miss it off the front iron. Rebounded by Gunnar Davis. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up by West Holmes. Long shot on the way is good. That is Zach Wright again for his second basket. And a personal foul goes against West Holmes. That's Wyatt Slough, his first.
Coyer Miller has been all over the place tonight. Outstanding hustler and showing a lot of heart. He's been on the floor all night tonight and proved big that time by helping 3 points on that end for West Holmes.
1:48 to go, 66-42. Bentley Cedar drives inside, shot up, in and out, no good. Rebounded by West Holmes. Here comes the Knights. And they are having it with long shot, no good by Coyer Miller. Rebounded by Cedar. And I don't think Coach Belden wanted that shot from 25.
And when you're up 24 with a minute,
I guess. It's Michael Ray to Bentley Cedar. Ball picked off, and then a personal foul goes against Gunnar Davis for the Colts. And it will stay in the hands of
things getting a little sloppy here in the
Holmes.
last couple minutes of the fourth quarter of a 24-point game, and I can see that happening. This time looks like West Holmes will take their time.
Yep. They have the basketball down to a minute to go here in the game. They will hold on top. And the drive inside by Wright, no good, but he'll draw the foul. Well, Zach Wright, he has 4 points here in this fourth quarter.
And Zach Wright's not even listed on the varsity roster. He's on the junior varsity roster, but you can tell he's well-liked, too, because of the applause he gets when he does something.
So he may be a promising player. Free throw's good. Who just can't beat out one of the seniors, but his time will certainly be next year, would be my guess.
Yeah, just a ninth grader.
Second one's perfect. He has 6 here in mop-up duty time. Under a minute, 68-42 in favor of West Holmes. Meadowbrook loses it out of bounds.
I believe that was off Miller.
Yeah.
Miller knocked it out. Once again, Coyer Miller tipping the basketball, always doing something, the dirty stuff that won't show up in the box score.
Inbound to Bentley Cedar. Cedar takes his time with the dribble to the high post. That is Aiden Yeagle. Back to Seedorf. He'll pull from 18. Good. I tell you what, I like that shot too.
Good looking shot, good form, nothing but the bottom of the net.
I like Seedorf's shot on that selection. And Bentley Seedorf has 6. Down to 20 seconds to go in the game. There's Zach Wright with the basketball. He will hold. Now screen coming, and then back on top to Collier Miller. Down to 5 seconds to go. West Holmes will hold, and that will end the basketball game. It's a 68-44 win for West Holmes. We will take a few breaks. We'll come back and we'll wrap this up. So stay with us. Final score, West Holmes 68, Meadowbrook 44.
I'm not buying till I check on Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com. Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it's for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company from Iowa to offer liability coverage to package with their Patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today, 740-305-5121, and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye. Fall means cooler temperatures and the changing of the seasons. The Rogers Company is ready with all heating services. They install furnaces, geothermal, ductless systems for both residential and commercial. They provide repairs and maintenance to all makes and models. On the commercial side, they're the area's refrigeration company. Put the Rogers Company team to work for you. Call 740-685-8677. The Rogers Company says, go Colts.
In your time of need, will you be happy with your cut rate car insurance? Will you have the coverages you need? Valentine Insurance is dedicated to protecting you and your family when you need it. As an independent insurance agency, we have partnered with many reputable insurance companies who even have local claims adjusters to provide you with unbeatable service. Are you going to trust a talking lizard to help you with your claim? Really? Don't let this happen to you. Trust the professionals at Valentine Insurance. Call 994-1776.
Your home and your car are likely your 2 biggest investments. Protecting them from unexpected damage is a prime concern to WB Green Insurance. They are proud to represent Westfield Insurance, a financial service organization that provides insurance products for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers, along with personalized claim service that's fast and friendly. To learn how Westfield can help with your insurance needs, talk to WB Green Insurance today.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE-FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
Welcome back, everyone, to Meadowbrook High School, where tonight the Colts drop their second game of the season, 68-44 to West Holmes, in a game that was very competitive through the first half. It was actually 28-22 at the break, but a big third quarter of 24-8, outscoring the Colts. Pretty much put this one away. West Holmes goes to 1-1 on the season. Meadowbrook drops to 0-2. For the Knights, Sam Sprang, 5 field goals, including a tray, 2 of 4 from the line for 13. Nate Fair had 6 field goals for 12. Collier Klein had 4 of 5 free throws, 1 deuce, 1 triple for 15. Lynn Klein, 3 field goals, 1 of 2 from the line for 7. Manny Camacho, 4 field goals, 2 of 4 from the line for 10. Collier Miller did not score. Off the bench, Wyatt Slough had 4, and Zach Wright had 6. It adds up to 68. For the Colts, they're led tonight by Mason Campbell. Campbell, 4 twos, 2 threes, 3 of 4 from the line for 17. Colton Delancey was also in doubles. 4 twos, 1 3, 4 or 5 from the line for Delancey. He had 15. Other scores, Michael Ray had a tray, 1 of 2 from the line for 4. Jacob Burris was 2 of 2 from the line for 2. Gunnar Davis did not score. Austin Warner did not score. Bentley Streeter had 3 field goals for 6. Zayden Yeagle did not score. It adds up to a 68-44 win for West Holmes. Before we get into the play of the game and the player of the game, how about some final numbers?
Yeah, West Holmes both teams shot the ball actually pretty well. They both shot 50%. West Holmes, however, did get 15 more shots. They were 26 of 52. Meadowbrook was 19 of 38. Meadowbrook out-rebounded West Holmes 30-25. West Holmes did lead the offensive rebounding category 6-5. Big story in the game, Meadowbrook had 18 turnovers. West Holmes had 4, but 3 of those 4 turnovers were with under 3 minutes in the game being in, it was over late in the fourth quarter, so just 4 turnovers for West Holmes. Free throw line pretty even. West Holmes was 10 of 14 from the line. Meadowbrook 12 of 15. And the story of the game was the third quarter. If you look at scoring by quarters, it was pretty even all for 3 of the 4 quarters, but the third quarter, the West Holmes Knights outscored the Colts by 16, and that was the big difference in the game.
Yeah, so difficult loss for Meadowbrook. Before we get into our final thoughts, a couple of individual awards tonight. The Rogers Company Play of the Game, a couple of good ones for Meadowbrook. Bentley Cedar had a nice couple of turnarounds. Colton Delancey played very well. He ended up with 15, and we've decided for the play of the game was Colton Delancey running the baseline, getting a nice feed, I think, from Cedar, and then scoring the layup. A good execution play by the Colts, and I think as time goes on, they'll get some more of that.
Yeah, I think Delancey also figured out, and as the Colts did, they're in that fourth quarter, if we run the floor hard, we're going to get rewarded. And if we run the floor hard defensively, the other team's not going to score as easy. So pretty simple things, and it's a pretty simple fix is just getting up and down the court as fast as you can.
And finally, the +1 player of the game. And we're going to go with a guy who scored all 4 quarters, had maybe a career night, as Coach Snively mentioned. That's Mason Campbell. He had 6 field goals, including 2 trays, 3 of 4 from the line for 17. Played very well the entire game, did Mason, Mike.
Yeah, he also had 6 rebounds, 2 of them being offensive. So, and I think that might be his career high.
Well, again, congratulations, and he is the +1 player of the game. And we also want to thank again the Rogers Company for the play of the game, +1 for the player of the game. Free throws brought to you by Amy Kissinger for Guernsey County Commissioner. Scoreboard tonight was brought to you by Clark Family Practice. We can't leave out a guy out, Brett Klein, director, producer, whatever
Jack
else.
of all trades.
Yes, sir. The guy who makes it go, the guy who makes us look better, if that's possible.
And Gino Riley coming in, our 96.7 morning show host coming in for the little help on the side.
You know, Mike, this is like an all-star crew.
And I believe I saw Andrew Dunlap.
Yeah.
Andrew Dunlap over here on the camera. So, yeah, it's a pretty high-level crew with the exception of the guys that actually talk about the game.
Yeah, they're making us look better. So, your final thoughts tonight, Coach?
Well, you know, that first half I saw a huge improvement in that Meadowbrook team from last year. Second half, different story. West Holmes comes out, makes some adjustments, basically just outplays Meadowbrook in that third quarter. and Meadowbrook's still young, still going to have those mental lapses, and you got to figure out a way, if you're Coach Jarrett, to just how do we get these kids to stay focused for the 32 minutes of the game.
Well, hopefully their time will come sooner than later. So, again, the final score here on WILE is 68-44, West Holmes over Meadowbrook. Thanks for listening, everybody, and watching in when you can. So we want to say goodnight. Howard Twiggs for Mike Snively. It's been a pleasure, and unfortunately the Colts couldn't get one. So have a good rest of the week, everybody.
This has been a presentation of ABC Sports.